let's look at the Packard. Okay, now you're going to tell me that this is not a Packard. Well, it's not. It's an old bench grinder I stole out of my mother-in-law's garage. She said I could have it. She had no use for it. But, and I think it's homemade. This piece here shows where it's looks like it's been torch cut. The shrouds they've obviously stolen off of something else. But it looks more or less all homemade. But let me show you the back of it. I saw that sticker on the back of that motor and I thought, wow, you know, that looks like the logo for the old car company, you know, way back in the 50s and before. And so I looked up and did some interesting some YouTube research on Packard Electric. Come to find out, it is the same company. And it was kind of an interesting story. Packard Electric is still around, and they're still making electric items. But they started in 1890, which was just the very infancy of electricity. And they were a manufacturer to start with of light bulbs, I heard. It was one of the things they produced. And they made all kinds of engines and all kinds of things. Now, the two brothers that owned it, one of them got very interested in automobiles. So what he did, I guess there was a major manufacturer that was like 30 miles away. It was in the next county. Well, and back then a major manufacturer, he put out 20, 25 cars a year. Well, and at the time, this Mr. Packard had only seen 3 that had come through his town. And I believe the story goes one of them was home built. But he'd seen 3 cars come through and he got interested in it. So he went to this neighboring community and he purchased one of this guy's automobiles that he makes. Well, I guess he couldn't even get home with it. It broke down several times on the road and ended up the last couple of miles being towed in by a team of horses, and he wasn't very happy. Well, of course, this man was an engineer, you know, and he would make trips back to that guy's plant to tell him how he could make his machine better, how to make it more reliable. And I guess the guy finally threw him out. The guy finally said, you know what, if you can do it better, you do it yourself. So Packard Electric started producing cars, and then they split it into 2 separate companies. Well, I just thought it was an interesting story. And Packard did very well until the late 50s, where they kind of died of mismanagement. But I thought it was an interesting story. It tickled me. We dated this motor to 1950. And probably came on an appliance, I don't know. But we dated the motor to 1950. And, you know, I just plugged it in. The thing works. So I thought this was just fun, and we just make a little quick video about it and let you see something different and hear a different kind of story. All right, thank you. You have a quality.